For now, we have another training session tomorrow, so the ones that are in contention, hopefully we can give us good news.
Yeah, you mentioned on Monday that Martin Odegaard and Jurriën Timber were days away. Are you hopeful they'll be available?
Yeah, we have another session tomorrow, so let's see if they can make it.
You've got to pick a 20-man squad for this game, Mikel. Where will that rank among the most challenging and difficult decisions you've had as an Arsenal manager?
Yeah, especially because everybody's been involved in the competition, and in the last day when you have the option to be at Wembley and not to give the opportunity for somebody not to be there, difficult. So yeah, something to think about.
Kepa has started all your cup games in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Will he keep his place? Will he start?
We will see how everybody's tomorrow and make the decision.
Okay. Just because Pep says that James Trafford is starting.
Good try.
I'm sure you're aware of that, yeah. Mikel, there's been a feeling among the pundits that this is more than just a final, in that it can lead to maybe bigger and better things for the winners of this game. Do you see it like that? Have you thought about that, or is this just something, an individual game? Let's try and get a trophy.
Yeah, that's it. For me, that's it. And all the preparation and all the enjoyment in the next 48 hours to get to Wembley in the best possible way and really prepared and confident that we're going to make it happen is focused on that, basically on that, and that's it.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this stat. You've played for Arsenal at Wembley 4 times. You've managed Arsenal at Wembley 4 times. You were aware of that?
Yeah, Dan just mentioned that, yeah.
It's
a spoiler, isn't it?
And you've never lost. What is it about you, this club, and that stadium?
I don't know, but let's keep it that way. So make sure that that in a few hours we can do the same.
Just on the man in the other dugout, known very well, Pep Guardiola. You've got a fantastic relationship with him. He says that his relationship with you may have changed over the last 5 or 6 years, compared to 5 or 6 years ago, rather.
He had to, no? He's in Manchester, I'm in London. We are managing 2 different clubs. The feelings from my side hasn't changed at all.
How would you describe how it has changed, though?
Well, the fact that we are never together, we cannot spend time together, and that's important in our relationship, but it's not the most important thing, because what I feel about him and the time that we had together and what he did for me, and the inspiration has been since I was little for me, that's never going to change.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ian Total. Hi Mikel, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Nervous?
No. Today, no.
Not today, I mean just in general.
No, excited, enthusiastic, positive, yeah.
Victor Gyökeres, 16 goals this season, but is Sunday the real reason why you bought Victor Gyökeres to get you over the line to win a trophy?
Our players, they have to perform daily at this level, but when it comes to the crucial moments and when it comes to the moment to attack a trophy and take it and bring it home, that's where you need to be players to step up and make the difference, that's clear.
And for your team, I mean, still in with the chance of winning 4 trophies, never been done before, been a fantastic season, but does Sunday become kind of a little bit the moment of truth? You've got this far, now go and the final step and lift the pot.
It's going to be one of the defining moments, because at the end is whether you win the trophy or not, and that's the most important thing once you get to the final. But in order to be there, you have to do a lot of things and earn a lot of things that the team has done so far. So we need to prove that point, that's clear, and that has to be done on the pitch.
Finally, still young, still no grey hairs. You're the apprentice compared to the master in terms of Pep Guardiola, maybe in some people's eyes, but it's Sunday the day the apprentice becomes the master.
It's not about that. It's in this profession, you are constantly learning, constantly evolving. I had the incredible privilege to work with Pep for 4 years and all the staff and an amazing club, and that remains part of me because it was part of the journey and what I am today as a manager. But that means that you have to continue to evolve and improve constantly.
Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
George, BBC.
Mikel, Arsenal won the FA Cup, you in charge 2020. It seems a while ago now, but obviously there's no fans there.
It is a while ago.
but just in terms of it, obviously you won that with no fans.
Yeah.
What would it mean to win with all your supporters there? Because loads of them had to miss out, watch it on the TV. So what's your memories of that final, and what's the contrast potentially to what could happen on Sunday?
Let's leave it on Sunday, and then I can probably answer that question better. I've done it when that stadium has been full and been part of that, and it's exceptional. One of the best memories that I have as a player is playing those type of games. So yeah, that's why we are all very excited, because we know what is at stake. We really want it, and we know what it's going to mean for our people as well.
When you say you really want it, is this the start of a new era potentially for Arsenal? Because under Arsene Wenger 20 years ago, they was winning everything, you know, the Invincibles. What you've got on the line and what this team could potentially achieve is quite huge, really. And I just wonder, from your sense, what do you sense that this is the start of something big potentially?
And there is a lot to do to start to talk and use those words, in my opinion. But we are very excited about what we are doing, and we need to continue to make the right strikes and especially performing the right way when those moments come, to achieve what we want, to start to build the momentum that we want as a club.
Just in terms of finals, obviously you made Champions League semi-final last year. How much is it about the players that these finals become habits rather than unusual moments?
Well, this is what we want, and the fact that we are at the end of March and we are in 4 competitions tells a lot about the team. But as I said, now it's about the next step, the next game, and the defining moments. At the end, you need certain moments to go your way, and especially you have to make it happen in the way you approach those games, and make decisions that obviously is going to impact the game.
Thank you.
James, Athletic.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When you were with Pep at City, I think Carabao Cup was the first trophy you won together in 2018. A few months later, that team won the Premier League and went on to win a great deal, of course. Do you think that experience that they shared at Wembley, winning that final, was important in helping them take that step and go on and do more in future?
Well, certainly yes, because winning always helps, and winning a trophy helps more for sure. It gives you confidence, it gives you the feeling that when you come to that moment, you can do it, and you have enough resources to achieve what you want, and then you still have to do all the other things that team did back on the day.
And just on the goalkeepers, I mean, logic suggests in a cup final you pick your best team, your number one choice. Is the goalkeeper position a little bit distinct from that, because you've got a player there who otherwise they won't play a number of games? Is it a little bit different from the consideration with an outfield player?
Yeah, especially if you talk to the goalkeeping coaches, they are very special because they are always different. And they are different. It's a position that is very specific. There is a lot of history about that as well, that is very related to how people have made decisions in the past, and when something different happens, it sounds different, at least. But we don't know how it's going to be in 10 or 20 years' time.
Matt Standard.
Hi, Mikel. On that 2018 final when you were Pep's assistant, City obviously won 3-0 that day, but in general, how big, I guess, was the gap between the two teams, the two clubs, and how much work has been required to get Arsenal to where they are now?
Yeah, I think both clubs were in a very different stage in that moment, and you could sense not only in terms of the squad, but in many other situations how far we were, and you just have to see as well what that club won before we were there as well, which was already very successful, and at the time Arsenal was in a different period because of the history as well, and some of the things that happened.
At what stage in the last 6 years since you've been here did you genuinely believe Arsenal, I guess, were in a position where they could compete with Man City for the biggest prizes and bridge that gap?
Well, I mean, all the work that has been done from day one, because that's the level. I mean, just being the Arsenal manager and not believing that you can compete at the highest level in the competitions, I think it cannot be aligned. Then obviously there are a lot of factors, and the fact that I was there, I know, in my opinion, where the gaps were and the difference was. But not accepting it, being that it's part of the reality, and try to change it as quick as possible.
Tom Pugler.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Over these past 6 years, we talked about the project and the phrase "trust the processes."